G'day guys and welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be reviewing the game between Geelong and Port Adelaide, which was at GMHBA Stadium, and it was Geelong very comfortably getting the job done. 88-point winners to see that game out in what was a really good performance, has to be said. I wasn't going to say amazing performance. They definitely did what they had to do and then some. Played it, had some moments throughout the game, and they definitely put the foot on the accelerator after half time, as we can sort of see based on the scoring heat map there, if you like. Or line graph's probably a better way to describe it. Not really a heat graph. But, did quite well on the scoreboard. Percentage looking pretty good off the back of it. Really good to see the Cats flex the muscles at home. I know there's a lot of commentary out there with Geelong's soft draw towards the end of the season. I'll have to say Port Adelaide played in a preliminary final last year, and Sydney also played in the grand final last year. So, Geelong doesn't control the draw, and they had some pretty tough games sort of at the start of the season and the mid part of the season. So, for people saying that Geelong have had a soft draw, get real, basically. Let's have a look. So it was a pretty scrappy game to start off with. Port were getting a bit of field position. It was clear, like we were just starting to warm up and hadn't quite clicked into gear just yet. But it was scrappy, lots of stoppages, and I'm sure the initiative from Port Adelaide's side of things would have been, let's keep it in tight. Let's not let it get to the outside too much, because if it does, then that's where Geelong can do their damage, and boy did they what after quarter time. So it was a bit scrappy. We were sort of clunky with the ball, at least initially, and I think Sean Mann kicked one after the siren. It was kind of like that was sort of how it was panning out. But, I mean, clearly Port Adelaide weren't just going to lose immediately by 100 points. So, I knew, you just got to understand that, any game of football, it's going to be hot early, and you expect the team to throw their best at you, and they certainly did. So, they had, some decent clearance work, and we slowly worked our way into the game. Better in the second term, we're starting to see a bit more of the Geelong flavour, winning it around the centre bounce. Half-back ball movement, intercept from in the front half, which was, that's when we're playing at our absolute best, when we're winning it sort of between the arcs. And if you can win it more often than not between the arcs, then you go a really long way of finding a way to win, being able to create that turnover. And that's why turnover is so important. Most of your score comes from turnover, then that's a really good profile, and a profile that's sustainable and stacks up. Versus if you're purely relying on centre clearance, or you're purely relying on scores from stoppage, then, if you come up against a team that's really tough inside the contest, then all of a sudden, if it's neutralised, your advantage can kind of dwindle away. But after half time, that's when party time sort of happened, and Jack Martin kicked 4 goals in the quickest time ever recorded. At least for this century. I don't know what that looks like for all time, but if it is for this century and it wasn't previously recorded, then I'd have to say that's the quickest 4-goal haul in 5 minutes and 16 seconds. So that was absolutely outstanding to see there. We saw Shannon Neal kick 3 in the third term as well. He was on fire, taking clunks left, right, and centre, which was great. And as sort of the third and fourth term panned out, just winning it from the centre bounce, and charging forward to even numbers, winning contests. And again, we had 38 shots and probably missed some. Some did make the distance somewhere on the full. So probably 40 plus shots a goal. Again, a really good return from plenty of supply up forward, which the forwards definitely got. It was really pleasing to see the cohesion between the players there, especially mid forward. Backs were absolutely outstanding, rock solid as always. Hardly missed a beat. intercepting everything on that wing, and indeed 50 where needed as well. Front half pressure was really good. Tackles inside 50 were high again, which we'll talk about shortly in the match stats and team stats more so specifically. So, yeah, I think that's a good feather in the cap. Another really big win for Geelong, which, this time of year it's good to get that percentage in the right spot. Now, clearly there's going to be some challenges, and just because you're winning really well against sides that have their season's done and dusted doesn't, it doesn't guarantee anything. But all Geelong can do is play what's in front of them and qualify as high as possible to give themselves the best chance possible from a probability perspective. They can finish as high as they possibly can with the right mix and not burn players out and have players injured at the wrong time of year. All you can do is play what's in front of you, try and have health your best players. Kingy says that's very, very true. Ensure that you've got the right mix there and that you've got your best players playing their best footy when the real season starts, which is not too far away. Having said that, there's still a little bit more to go in terms of qualifying. It's probably 15 wins plus percentage to absolutely guarantee it this year. It just still feels like it's on a knife's edge and will be probably until Essendon and Gold Coast play when everyone's having a week off, which also is quite controversial. Anyway. All right, let's have a look at some of the team stats. So, the Cats had so much of the ball, 409 disposals, massive number there. Inside 50s, we just kept Port Adelaide listless there, plus 36. So, almost 70 inside 50s, unbelievable for the Cats. Really good with the ball in hand versus Port. Pressure we applied was really good. Efficiency inside 50s been, a real sticking point for the Cats this season. Port were able to score quite easily when they did go inside 50, but we also restricted them to 33. So 50% of 33, you sort of take that. If it's getting in the 50s and 60s, then you get a little bit more concerned. Slightly easy when they did go in. Didn't go in often. Not a real issue on that front. Hit-outs-wise, Sweet was very good. Absolutely bashed Blitz halves and Stanley. Blitz chimed in after Reece was subbed out tactically. Clearance battle didn't really feel like... It felt like Geelong won the clearance battle very well, but there's clearances breaking away from stoppage, running out the front, which Geelong were able to do so regularly. But centre clearance battle, Geelong were able to get the job done there, and on the stoppage around the ground, clearance just got the chocolates there. Bashed him in contested ball, plus 20 on the outside. We're just having an absolute field day. Turnovers, you'd expect more from Port Adelaide, considering they lost. Lots of control with the ball. Just about double the marks between the two sides there. And I'll tell you what, 29 marks inside 50 is just, unreal numbers to 6. 17 contested marks to 2. Just an absolute bashing there. Just wanted it more. And were, very, very strong in the air. And subsequently, we were very good defensively to minimise the number of contested marks Port Adelaide were able to take themselves. I'd love to see the time in front stat for the season. It's it's a real feature request I'd love to get my hands on, just to kind of go average time in front, or even like a time in front full counter. Both of those would be great. And then, obviously, an average per game would be good too. If you could just get that sorted out, AFL, that'd make my day. Port did win the tackles. That's fair enough because we had the ball nearly 100 times more than they did. So you definitely expect that to be the case. All right, where are we now? So a bit more on the bounce, more run and carry, more bounces for the Cats. Plenty, and I'm sure 9 of those for Max Holmes, as I like to say most weeks. 1%ers, Port Adelaide's favour there, just. And let's have a look at the players here. Votes are very, very difficult, considering how many. When you win by 88 points, it's going to be pretty hard to pick out some votes. I mean, 3 and 2 are okay. You could probably throw 5 or 6 players at the 1 vote. But anyway, let's get stuck into it. Max Holmes has to get the 3 votes. 2 goals, 35 disposals, 7 marks, couple of tackles, 4 clearances, just about 900 metres gained. From 77% game time, mind you. He was, yes, in scintillating form, running his own race, scored his own footy, had impact all throughout the 4 quarters. Yeah, was just absolutely sublime. Played an amazing game. 3 votes, Max Holmes. 2 votes to Brian Myers. Loving his little role inside mid. 1 goal, 30 disposals, 4 marks, 6 tackles, 4 clearances, almost 500 metres gained, 2 goal assists. He's been absolutely everywhere the last couple of weeks. Last couple of years, he's been, he's been a real shining light for the Cats, and does so again with his crafty use by foot. So, keep up the great work there, Grime. 1 vote, so difficult. I'm going to go Lawson Humphries for the 1 vote. So he had 24 disposals for the game. He had 9 marks. He also had the 3 tackles and nearly 600 metres gained. Would have had a stack of ball as well in scoring involvements. And I felt like early when there was nothing happening from Geelong's perspective, or just really hard going, he was giving us a lot of run and carry and drive when the game was sort of like developing. And I just felt like throughout the 4 quarters he was sort of everywhere. He was running and dashing, and it felt like he had 30 plus, to be honest. But really liked his game. Has had a pretty decent season yet again, so he gets a vote for mine. All right, we'll go through the rest of the players and probably the first 5 or so here. Very stiff not to get a vote. Bailey Smith collected 35 marks, 7 tackles, 8 clearances, 500 plus metres gained, goal assist. It didn't feel like a normal Bailey Smith game, which sounds odd in terms of just overall damage. I guess when Max Holmes plays the way he did, he was in the passenger seat this time, but still, even for his lofty standards, a really positive and well-played game by Bailey, and loving his season to date. Scratcher was really good up forward for us. 3 goals from his 15 disposals. Got a lot more of the footy this week. 7 marks, and I reckon 3 or 4 of those were contested. 6 tackles as well. Really promising to see in the forward line. Also a goal assist and around the ruck. Really, he just has such a great routine at goal. Could have easily kicked 4. He did miss 1, but you just know if he's within 50, 60, he's a good chance to nail it. He's got such a great routine for goal. Jack Bowes just loves a goal. He's kicked 2, 24 for him, 5 marks, 4 tackles, got a clearance as well, 2 goal assists. He kind of unassuming character, but he's had some pretty good games this season. Sometimes goes missing a bit, but can't be very, very happy with his overall output and his ability to hit the scoreboard as well. He just finds a goal when we need one. Manor had a very interesting game. Had a lot of the ball though. He had 3 behinds, including 1 after the siren, which was literally after the siren, wasn't off the back of a mark. So he would have had 1. He was so close, he couldn't quite get 1. 5 marks from his 26 possessions, 3 clearances, nearly had 500 metres gained as well. But he set up 3 goals, so I find that with some of the forwards, they can look a bit quiet on the goals behind tally, but then you look at their goal assists and they've set up 2 or 3 themselves. So that's what I find with Sean Grind, Tice, these other guys close that just work so hard. Paddy was really good. He was really wanting to give him a vote with the number of goal assists he has, which we'll get to in a moment. 1 goal, 1 from his 19 disposals, 8 marks, 2 tackles, 5 goal assists. Is it the grand final again? This is crazy. Being able to bring his teammates into it and help them hit the scoreboard, is excellent. So his ability to win a contest forward of the ball, usually on a ground ball, get the handball off. And ironically, it can be he can drop a mark inside 50, but then he's so quick, like a cat. He just gets to his feet and then gives it off. And more often than not, players finish it off. So that's going to be a real asset if Geelong, make the finals. It still feels weird to say if we make it and it's round 22 and we're in the top 4, but such has been the season. Probably one of the stiffer games not to get a vote when you kick 6. Jeremy Cameron, 6 goals for him, 4 marks, 3 tackles, a clearance. It was, well, as we said, it was pretty quiet. Just 8 disposals. I'm trying to think. Lockie Jones wore him like a glove. They didn't want him to kick a big bag, and subsequently that had a unintended consequence, allowing Geelong to have some easier shots on goal. So, yeah, you'll take that. But, yeah, Jez had a pretty good day. Got a few handballs out the back, but you still got to kick him. And, yeah, he's my favourite player, and I love the way he goes about, Jez. Just the country lad, just getting it done. And 75 goals. Can he get to 100? Let me know in the comments. Zach Guthrie, really good again. 18 disposals, 9 marks, just absolutely marking everything. We know what an absolute gem he is down back for us. Does his job every week. Mark O'Connor, really good. Again, 16 disposals. He took the 9 marks as well. A couple of tackles. Doesn't get a lot of meters game, but boy, he knows how to win a contest, and he's very strong at his best. Tommy Stewart, cleared, I think he's cleared. 21 possessions for him, cleared from the Ollie Wines shenanigans. 7 marks for him, a couple of tackles and a clearance. I mean, not a bad effort considering he had McEntee tagging him, which we've seen that storybook in the past. But he was able to work through that, still get a bit of the ball, make an impact, take some marks, and also ensure that McEntee wasn't too dangerous on the scoreboard. I don't think he kicked any either, but that's not really his job. Brad Close, loves playing Port, kicked 1 goal, 2, 16 disposals for him, 4 marks, 3 tackles, set up a goal as well. Missed a couple of chances, but yeah, again, he was able to get a fair bit of the footy and just all the stuff off the ball, not necessarily making the stat sheet. Got my tongue tied there. But yeah, he's one of my favourites as well, Bradley. He just absolutely works hard each and every week, and yeah, we love him for it. Over to Tyson Stengel, 2 goals, 13 disposals, 6 marks for him. Set up a couple of goals himself, so yeah, very well involved. And if he kicked slightly straighter with some of the set shots he had that he probably normally pops through, he would have had a big day out. But still had a really good contribution for us, and yeah, it's very important to what we do. O'Sullivan had the 11 possessions, 7 marks as well, 4 tackles. Really clean, quite proactive, going for the ball, strong behind the ball as well. Good intercept marker for the Cats. Jackie Martin, what a game he had coming on as the sub. He was the super sub. He kicked 4 goals in the record time, as mentioned before, off the top. Almost could have got a vote, seriously, with how well he played in that third term. 13 disposals, 5 marks. So, yeah, he's clearly putting his hand up to not being a sub, but I'm going to say it's a conservative play by the Cats to manage his minutes, not ensure that his body's too overwhelmed, and they want Jack to be playing at his best come the pointy end of the season, assuming the Cats are good enough to solidify and keep a spot in the top 8. Over to Blitzarves, he had the 19 possessions, got plenty of the ball around the ruck, 3 marks as well, couple of tackles, 3 clearances, set up a goal as well. Didn't get too much in terms of hit outs. Sweet definitely had a day out, but that didn't really matter because Geelong were doing quite well at the source anyway. Ollie Dempsey just does what Ollie does. He loves that 15 disposal kind of mark. Kicked a goal as well, 4 marks, 3 tackles, set a goal up as well. He likes to do that. So, yeah, again, he wasn't... it wasn't absolutely off chops. Just do what he had to do. Tommy Atkins didn't have to do too much either, which is great. He has quite a heavy load most weeks, it feels, and hopefully his game time kind of tapers down a little bit just to make sure he's fresh. But he got the 17 touches for him, 4 clearances, 4 tackles, 2 marks. We know what a bull he is inside the contest, though. Jack Henry, really good behind the ball. 11 disposals for him, 7 marks. He averages that probably 6-7 marks every game. And, yeah, he's just so clean in the air when it sort of goes in his vicinity. Over to Sammy De Koning. He had the 12 disposals, 7 marks as well. Had the tackle. And, yeah, I don't think he had too many howler moments, which is good. he still has lapses in concentration, I think, and I think that's probably going to be his lot in life, maybe. Hopefully not, because teams are trying so hard to get that extra goal or two a game. If it's an own goal, i.e. you not paying attention or just switching off for half a second, which he does a fair bit, that's where you lose premierships. So pay attention, Sammy, please. Sammy was pretty solid. All said and done. All right, then we go over to Reece Stanley, who got a bit of the ball for the time that he was on. 7 disposals, took a mark, tackles, free clearances, goal assist. Bigger picture in mind here to make sure he's nice and fresh. For later matches. That's all I'll say. O'Sheen played really well and almost could have got a vote as well. He had 10 disposals, 2 marks, 4 clearances, and a goal assist. I believe, if I'm not wrong, Zach Butters also had 10 disposals. So let me see if that is correct. And it is. So him and Butters matched. And the only way Port potentially would have been a bit of a chance to cause some ruckus would be Butters getting 30 or 40. O'Sheen said no, thank you, and did a great job. So that's how that match went. I don't want to go to round 23 just yet. 1 week at a time. We've got Geelong and Essendon at GMHBA Stadium on Friday night. So, it's a pretty quick turnaround for the Cats. We'll see how they go in terms of just managing players on that front. Quite interesting odds. $1.01 to $21. Gamble responsibly. I suspect, Geelong to win well. We know the Bombers' injury list. We know where they're at, and we know what Geelong are trying to achieve. So you'd expect Geelong to win that quite well. And, try and keep the injury list to a minimum would be great. Okay, so there we are. We'll go back to, the main game, the game of what we're talking about, the game we're reviewing. Geelong getting the chocolates by 88 points, a really comprehensive win and really good to see. The Cats keep chipping away with the draw that they do have in front of them and, see what they can do to sort of qualify as high as possible to, give themselves the best chance for the remainder of season 2025. All right, folks, that is all from me today. Hope you enjoyed the review. Comment your thoughts on the game and how you see the Cats faring in the coming weeks. Really interested to hear your thoughts there. Give the video a like if you enjoyed it and subscribe away so you can see how the Cats are panning each and every week. I'll do a deep dive through how the game panned out from an analysis perspective, run through the team stats, player stats, votes, and a bit of a look at next week. So Cats sitting in the 4 at the moment. See how we go and keep on keeping on. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Really appreciate it. Have a good one, and I'll catch you on the next video.